Okay guys, I told you guys I would do an alleyway video in Vietnam, and I was actually just in District 1. So stick around to the end and I'll show you guys that video. But I'm going to start with this. It's a small street in District 4. I'll show you guys on Google Maps now. And I'm just going to do a 5 or 10 minute walkthrough here, kind of show you guys what these small streets are like. But stick around to the end, to the even smaller alleyway in District 1 that connects Tran Hung Dao to Bo Bien Street. There's also a lot of legends behind that alleyway too. They say it's very dangerous to walk through at night. So yeah, so just stick around to the end and I'll show you guys that alleyway. But for now, I'm in District 4. This is not quite an alleyway, it's more of a small street. And I've actually been on the street many, many times. And the reason I'm in the neighborhood right now is I stopped. Oh, check this out, a little gaming cafe. It's pretty neat. Actually, the reason why I'm here is I stopped at my friend's PC shop. So I figured I want to show you guys the street. Get pretty heavily trafficked probably about an hour from now as the sun goes down, but it's a Saturday night, so people aren't really returning from work. But these small streets are so fascinating. In the West, we don't have streets like this. We just build streets around the block and those are your streets. These always have little snaking corners. Just go back there, there's a lot of people's houses there. I'm just totally blocking this guy from getting in the alley. It's very crammed, it's very hard to get traffic through here. But this is a very popular fresh market in the morning time. There'll be a lot of vendors out here selling fresh fish, fruits and vegetables. You got your little stores. So this is just like a major street, just smaller. Got a salon right here. If something looks like somebody's house, I'm not going to shine the camera in there, but if it's a shop, I will. Just so you guys know what to expect for my videos. Step aside again to let somebody by. More stores. I got another video with Andrew coming up. We went to the shoe market near Ben Thanh, so look forward to that. See how crowded it is here. Another hair salon. I'm gonna walk a little bit further up, and then I'm gonna take you guys to the small alleyway on Tran Hung Dao to Bo Bien and District 1. This is just, as I said before, District 4. Once known as the Mafia District back in the olden days, because this is where all the goods were imported into Vietnam, so the Mafia of course would have to take their cut of any imported goods. We got a laundromat here. When I first came through here a couple years ago, I heard it was pretty dangerous to be in this area, but I've been here so many times and it's not dangerous. This guy's got his car in here and he's completely blocking traffic. Can't walk, bikes can barely get through. That's how narrow the streets are. I don't know what she's saying, but it sure sounds angry. And this car is not trying to get through, it's just parked. So if you ever lived on a street like this, you wouldn't want to buy a car unless you have somewhere to put it. Oh, in fact it is trying to get through. I just saw it move. So let's watch this car get through. I'm gonna put myself against the gate here. Do you guys think if it's kind of a jerk move to try to bring a car down the street like this? Let me know in the comments. My opinion, I think it's a jerk move. These streets aren't meant for cars. They're meant for people on foot. They're barely meant for bikes. Bikes can't go two directions down this street. And this guy's got a car. What a jerk. Looks like he's backing up now. I don't know where he's gonna go. We got a motorbike truck right here who also needs to go through. Hello. Vietnamese people are always so friendly. And a lot of them, when they see you with the camera, they'll give you the peace sign. Such nice people. See how this is going to work. So you'll see these little motorbike trucks. So it's a motorbike, well, it's a motorcycle with a truck bed on the back used for deliveries. Very common in Vietnam for people not to want to stop what they're doing to make it so the car can go through. And you know, I don't like to stop either. Why would you bring a car through here? It's like he's got to go all the way back so the motorcycle trucks can get through. There we go. And now he's coming back at us once the motorcycle truck went through. And now he's going to try to follow us out here. So all of that just to get a truck through one of these small streets. Crazy. Let's follow behind him and see how far he can get before he has to stop again. I've said in previous videos, in Vietnam it's very common for people to honk their horns. In America, it's kind of meant as a, kind of like an FU, but here it's more of a like a, hey, how are you? I'm here. I want you to be aware of my presence. It's not an anger thing in Vietnam. It threw me off a lot when I first got here. People always honking. It would get my adrenaline going. It's like, why are you honking at me? But now I honk too. So I've gotten quite used to it. And it looks like he stopped again. So he made it about 50 meters. Now he slowed down. As you can see, all the traffic is backed up. All because this gentleman wants to get a car through here. It's like a Ford Escape. Ford Escape that can't escape a small alleyway or small street. There is no escape for the Ford Escape. So I told you guys at the beginning of the video that I've already walked through a famous alleyway in District 1. So stick around for that. It's an alleyway that's notorious for being very dangerous at night. I went through over there about 5 p.m. It's about 6:30 p.m. right now. So hang around till the end. You guys can see that. Anyways, let's follow this. Keep following this truck and see if we can get out of here. You think they're irritated? I'm on foot and I can't even get through. If I'm going to want to make any progress through this alleyway, I'm going to have to like climb over this truck. I don't know why he thought it would be okay to bring this car down the street. Look what he's done to traffic. Everybody stopped for 80 meters at least. Through. Let's stand here so people can get by me. Now that they'll get very far once they got over here, because they just get stuck there. There, we're moving. Okay, so that was one of the small streets in District 4. We were able to catch a truck trying to get through here. That made it a little extra entertaining. So these alleyways are like little cities in themselves. People's houses, people's shops. All right, so now let's head out to District 1, Tran Hung Dao. How you doing? This guy said hi to me. So let's head out to Tran Hung Dao and take the alleyway to Phu Bien. So come on, let's go. I'm out here on Tran Hung Dao Street in District 1. I'm going to showcase the alleyways of District 1. Ho Chi Minh City is a lot different than the cities in the west. And I'll show you why. So we're starting here on Tran Hung Dao, and there's a little alleyway right here. Now this alleyway is notorious for being extremely dangerous at night. Right now it's about 5 p.m. so I'm not feeling too intimidated at the moment. But if you guys want me to walk through here again at nighttime, let me know in the comments. I'll do it. If you guys know any other spots you want me to walk through in Ho Chi Minh City that are notorious dangers at night, I'll walk through there too. Just for fun. I like the adrenaline rush. But as I was saying, Ho Chi Minh City is not like a lot of other cities in the west. In the west, you'll build streets around a block, and those are your streets. But the blocks here are so large, they make these little alleyways. Look at these guys, they can barely get their bikes through here. They make these little alleyways so they can have more, front door space for their houses. A lot of people will live in these alleyways. There are a lot of people's front doors. Now, I'm not a tourist here. I've lived here for almost 3 years now. So it makes me feel a little bit awkward to shine the camera into people's houses. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna respect their privacy. They're not zoo creatures to me. I'm not a tourist. These are my people. I live here. So I'll respect them as much as I can. But these alleyways, they're like little cities within a city. You'll have your people's houses, you'll have your cafes. You have people driving by. I gotta step aside, let this young man by. You'll have your little convenience stores, people selling chips and whatnot. Buy your cigarettes. But a lot of these places are people's houses. People will live right off this. And this is District 1 too, so the land here is actually really valuable. So to own a house here is probably fairly expensive. This lady's selling some like cold drinks outside. Oh, a little kitty. Hey, little kitty. Little calico kitty. So this alleyway is a little bit of a maze, but I've walked through it once before, so I think I can get through it. I started on Tran Hung Dao, and it should end on Phu Bien. So let's pick a direction. Let's go this way. So you can see the streets are very narrow. It's very hard to get two bikes going in two opposite directions to get through here. Oh, this is interesting. I don't mind showing my camera in here. A little Buddhist shrine, somebody's front door. This actually might be a temple of some sort. It's pretty cool. This young man's out here doing his laundry. It's around this corner here. Now these buildings have probably been here a long time. As you can tell, they're pretty old, but pretty solid concrete buildings. They don't look like they would fall over or anything. Almost got nailed by him. Corners are sharp, the streets are narrow. Now you'll find these alleyways all over Ho Chi Minh City. You got some nice graffiti up here on the wall. I'm actually gonna turn around and go back. Go the other direction. See if I can make my way out to Phu Bien. This place is recommended by TripAdvisor. What is this? Doesn't look like there's anything here. It's one thing that I want to point out now that I'm reminded about it is after the years of COVID, guys, don't trust TripAdvisor anymore. The reviews are old. Oh, almost stepped right in that. The reviews are old. The places on TripAdvisor most of the time don't exist anymore. So TripAdvisor is not a very good place to go to for reviews or suggestions on where you should go when you're traveling in Vietnam, probably all of Asia or the world. COVID's affected the world pretty hard. What a beautiful dog. I'm gonna hang a right here. See if we can make our way through here. It's not so scary at the daytime. So like I said, most of these are people's houses. There's not many shops or cafes down this street. Ladies out here cleaning their doorway. At least through here, people will just leave their shoes right outside. It's very common. I don't think people get their shoes stolen here. I mean, who really wants to steal a $1 pair of sandals anyways, you know? Looks like this is a dead end, so this is not going to get us out of here. Oh, hey doggy. He's giving me a bit of a growl. Hopefully he won't bite me. Hey buddy, can I walk through here? Alright, alright. Little alley guard dog. A little dark over here. Very narrow. I don't see how people could get their bikes over here. Ah, I hear the sounds of the street. So I think I'm approaching Bưu Vien. So that actually wasn't that hard of a walk. If you guys want to see me go through here again during the nighttime, let me know. Oh, by the way, another thing I want to point out is you see these are electric wiring. So in these alleyways, how can they build telephone poles? So they just take the electric wires, probably safe to touch, right? I smoke, so who cares? They probably take these electric wires and their internet wires and all that, and they just snake them along the side of the building. Watch, I'll follow them back around a little bit, just for the sake of the video. Look at that, and they're strung all the way through the alleyway. And they say one of the tips on how to get through an alleyway in Ho Chi Minh City is follow the cables. The cables will obviously get thicker the closer you get to the street. So as you can see here, there's a lot of cables right here. So we know we're getting towards the main street. So this main street I'm walking up on is Bưu Vien. So that was just a little alleyway between Tran Hung Dao and Bưu Vien. It's about 5 p.m. So Bưu Vien's really not quite that open yet. If you guys want to see where I came out of this little alleyway right here. So I just parked my bike on Tran Hung Dao. So I'm gonna head back through the alleyway so I can pick up my bike. I just wanted to show you guys the alleyway. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are there alleyways like this where you guys are from? If you guys want to see me come back here at night, let me know and I'll do that. They say it's dangerous, so I ain't scared. But for now guys, thanks for watching and stay awesome.